Okay, now that we are able to walk around our site in VR, we might want to have a solid model that somebody can hold, a physical model, to give them a good idea, and they can touch it and feel it and look at it from all sorts of angles. But 3D printing is one way to do it, and you can only do so much. So we're going to talk about how to get ready. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save my original file here as 3D print. So there we go. -3DP. So now I don't ruin it. If I mess something up, I don't ruin it. And I'm going to clean it up again so that I can see exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to remove all sheets, all schedules. I'm going to remove my section view. I don't need that. I'm going to remove these two 3D views that don't seem to matter much, and I need to keep all my plan views. Okay, so here we go. So now, knowing that certain things print and certain things don't print very well. For instance, all these little tiny leaves and everything on these are not going to print very well. Okay, so I'm going to leave these in here, but I'm going to duplicate this view so that I've got one that I can do as my export, and I'm going to call it my landmass export, because all I want to show on this one is my landmass. I'm going to get rid of all these other things, so I just have my piece of land. So if I right click on a planting and I go hide in view, I can hide that whole category, and it gets rid of all of my plantings all at once. So that's rather nice. I can leave my little boulders in here, but I'm going to get rid of those too. Right click, hide in view, that category, and right click, hide in view, the category of my little bench. Let's see if it got rid of my other benches. See if I can get this. Yep, it did. That's good. And I can right click, hide in view, my category. That should get rid of all those, and my little picnic table, because those just won't 3D print. 3D print overhangs, things that hang out and are not supported all the way from the ground, are hard for our style of printers to print. And things with gaps underneath them and stuff. So here's a gap underneath here. Now I can leave this in here if I want, and it'll put in what is called a fill underneath it, supports. And so that won't be too bad. I can break them out later on or just leave them there. But I think this is important that I'm able to see my little bridge I put in. So even though that's got an overhang, there's like, it can't just string filament across here. It'll sag and droop. I'm going to leave those there. Got a few more things to maybe hide. I'll hide my little trailer here. I got the wrong thing there. Control Z. Better get the right thing if you're going to hide it. There we go. That's my tiny house. That one I just did the element because there's only one of them. Same with my little utility shed. Now I might want to leave my utility shed, but I tend to like to 3D print those separately. Houses and things like that I like to do separately. Okay, so I'm just looking at doing just this landmass, remember. So I can hide. There's a lot to cleaning these things up, right? And if I'm going to do just my landmass on this one, I need to sort of get rid of, or hide, not get rid of, I'm going to hide all of those things. Right click, hide all of those elements. And probably all these railings, those are going to be really hard to 3D print. I'll take that category. And I can leave my rain barrels or hide them. I'm going to hide them, I think. And look, I found myself, just because I came down to this view, I found a floor I put in by accident. So I'm going to actually delete that. So now I've gotten myself down to just the landmass and this one thing. And yes, I've got some different building pads and things like that. But this is a 3D printable object right here. Okay? And when I export this, I'm going to need to know this is huge, right? It's gigantic. It's ginormous. So I'm going to have to tell the operator how to scale it down. Sometimes you would give a scale factor, but we're going to just make this scale to fit. Okay, scale to fit. And then if the person notes that, they can use that exact same scale on all the other parts that we make. Okay, so I've got this thing ready to export the landmass, and that's the most important thing to get done. File, export as a CAD format. See how it says STL there? CAD format down to STL, and I want it in binary. I want it in fine, and feet and inches, yes, and I'll save it. And it's going to save this model right here. That's why I've got it in its own thing. And I'm going to tell them this is my landmass. I can take that 3D view off because I don't need it. Landmass export, fit to 11-inch printer. Any filament. So I've given them enough information in this title so that the person who's doing it can figure out what to do to scale this to get it into place. Okay, so there we go, and it's an STL. Bingo. So that's the first thing that we would want to do. But now maybe I want to at least print this building right here. I want to print the building. So I'll go back to my 3D view where everything is still there, and I'm going to say building export. Duplicate view, duplicate, and I'll right click and rename that as building export. Now I've got a ton of stuff to hide, so I'm just gonna select a bunch of stuff because I'm gonna really hide a lot of this. So I'm gonna hide all of those elements. I'm just taking big chunks at a time because I want to get down to where I've hidden everything except the building. And I'm picking the elements now because the building has floors and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now if I were to send this to the 3D printer, it would do it. It's not too bad. The bottom is a little bit weird. It's probably not all the way flat. Let's take a good look at it. Most of it looks flat. There's some little gaps. It will fill all those in. I sure don't need the sign. And I don't need any of these rain barrels. So there goes those as a category. There we go. And so now it can make this, but see, this is a big overhang right here. So it's going to have to put supports in there, and after it's just going to fill that in with light material, just enough to support this floor that's hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Can't make that. And then the operator will have to pick it out. And same with up here, this roof is hanging out. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to even hide the roof. And now it's just going to make this for me. I'm going to create the roof separately. I'm going to make a separate roof and drop it into place when we're done. So I'm going to create this. This is my building export. Okay, and I know that there are some things, there's going to be supports under here. When I come over under the stairs in particular, now these railings are going to be impossible to 3D print. It just won't be able to do it. We're going to have to make those. They'll just be too small. Let's see if all the railings will go away. There we go. And now this is a great big overhang also, and so is this. So this is all going to be filled up with material that the 3D print operator will need to eliminate. But it sort of gives everybody kind of an idea of what's going on. And as you can see, I didn't put in a second floor even. But it'll give an idea. Okay, so I better save this again. Remember, save that when you do something good, save it. And now I'm going to export my building for 3D print. File. Export. CAD formats. Fine. That's all good. Now I'm going to have to same scale factor SF as landmass. So they'll have to go back and go, oh, what scale factor did I use? 0.0125 or whatever it happened to be. And they'll apply the same scale factor to this. And we're going to say supports OK. Any color. Wow, that's a heck of a long. So now we can also give instructions, but this is an easy way to do it if it doesn't come out too long and get truncated. Okay, so there we go. So now for my roof, it's the easiest way to get the roof is right-click, duplicate this view. And I'm going to say roof. This is my roof export. And there's a tiny little button down here. It's a little icon that looks like a light bulb. Reveal hidden elements. And look. So now I can click on my roof. Click. Right click. Unhide those elements. And then I'll redo that. Up. 1, 2. I got click happy there. Too many clicks. And of course now I can highlight all the other things. And hide. Now if we look at this, the 3D printer might be able to do that without supports. There's a small chance. But this is probably going to be filled with supports in here. Because, it might not be able to. A lot of this is just hanging out over open air. Okay, but supports will be okay, and then we can just take them off as we go. Okay, so here we go. File. Export. CAD form. So 3D printing really takes a lot to get these done. Roof export. Same scale factor as land mass. Support's okay. Any color. So now I have those 3 files that I can send out for 3D printing. I'll get them back individually, and I'll have to assemble them, glue them, sticky tape them, paint them, whatever it is I want to do, because it won't have any, it'll just be one color plastic. So any making it look cool is going to be up to you guys. There we go. That's 3D printing prep.